Like in movies, it's all about, oh, are you a rom-com heroine, or are you a multi-star heroine? I shouldn't be choosing any terms. These are all wrong. Please don't ever use them. Be it Abhishek Kapoor, be it Farhan Akhtar, be it Ritesh Sidwani. They thought that I fit the bill and I fit the role absolutely right, and which is why I got that opportunity. Maybe Vidya Balan and Shah Rukh Khan and just such limited names. But today, there is no end to that list. I don't know why it gets into this reclusive zone, really, but I just love my work. I'm just not someone who's really out there. I know that if I go to a party, I'm going to have a good time and I'm really going to enjoy myself, but it's just inherently not me to be someone who's just really out there.
So, hi and welcome to midday.com. And joining us on another special episode, we have Prachi Desai, who recently saw in Forensic. And it was lovely seeing you. And you played a trans woman psychologist. I'm sure it was quite a challenge for you as well. How did you approach the role?
It was more than a challenge for sure. I think to begin with, trying to just make sense of everything was the beginning of the process, because I think there were just too many layers to this one. To be honest, there are so many things in real life that absolutely don't make sense. Sometimes people do things which really don't make sense. If I have to say it, then yeah, certain murders or the way that these murders are executed, all of that, in real life, it really doesn't make sense. It's beyond shocking. But then when you have to put it on film, you really have to make sense of all of it. You have to give the audience a reason, a motivation, a backstory, and you have to make sense about all of it for yourself, that what really could have driven this particular character to do everything that they did. So yeah, making sense of it was crazy, because there is no end to that. You can just keep thinking of stuff, and it's never enough. But yeah, I think there just came a point where just for myself, I think there came a point when I like got a little bit of clarity on it, and that's when I think it all sunk in, and then it all started. Yeah.
And what are the reactions you have been receiving, particularly from people who know you for a long time, because it's something completely different that we've seen you doing.
Every reaction is really amazing, because it ranges everywhere from what the hell was this, or this was brilliant, or oh my god, we really weren't expecting this, or you did a commendable job. So everything just feels really nice. I think when you do something of this sort, which is very unconventional, or you yourself never really thought of, any kind of reaction, I think, is more than welcome, because it's just an attempt, right? It's just about taking that risk, and then seeing how that's gonna fly. So yeah.
And of course, you have been part of some much loved films, right? From Bol Bachchan to Rock On. But do you feel
Yeah.
OTT is giving you the real challenging roles that you were looking for?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. I'd give all the credit to OTT for, the kind of choices that actually I'm being able to make now. And to be honest, this is really the kind of stuff that I always wanted to play. It all, I think, started with Silence, where I got to play a cop. And also like share screen space with some brilliant actors. Manoj sir is one of my most favorites. So that, beginning with that, and then of course there's Forensic, and then there's Dhootha coming up. So I think OTT really has opened up a lot of avenues for so many actors like me, not just actors, but writers, directors, all of us. And the best part, like the beauty about OTT, is that up to an extent, everyone here is like here to tell a story, as crazy, as great, as fun, as nice, or as mean as it could get. They are not as calculative as probably people who have to take it to the big screen are. So I think that really gives them like a chance to authentically just put something out there that they want to create, without having to worry about first day openings and returns and this and that. I mean, it's all in a good place. So
And like you said, OTT is giving an avenue to so many actors. And for you, it's been, you started at 17, which is like really, really young. And you have seen the industry change. So, what are the
yeah,
changes you have seen, and how do you look at your journey?
there's a world of a difference from then to now, and also I think just beginning that young, and starting out on a completely different medium, and then I guess getting sort of moving on to doing films. It was all too much to take in too soon, and yes, because I think there's a lot of, I guess there's a lot of guidance and other people's experiences that teach you a lot. But I think I really didn't have any of that. So I kind of missed having some kind of guidance, or somebody who could really tell me what to watch out for. Not that any two people's experiences are the same. Everyone's got a very very different life and journey that they will tell you about. But still, in this case, I just feel like, oh my god, it was all just too alien to me. But yeah, I just learned along the way, and there is so much that I really absorbed, and I guess it's all helping me now. But this is honestly, this is the best time to be in. We are not restricted. We have so many different mediums. There are so many different roles that one can really choose out of. Within a year, you can do multiple things, and you really don't have to worry about what what image you want to create or anything like that. Like in movies, it's all about, oh, are you a rom-com heroine, or are you a multi-star heroine, or are you I don't know the terms really. These are all, I shouldn't be choosing any terms. These are all wrong. Please don't ever use them. But yeah, I think on the big screen you really have to sort of choose out of a box. But in this case, with OTT coming up, there are no boundaries. And in fact, people are waiting to kind of see what risks you're willing to take and what new do you have to offer. And I think I want to be that person. I just want to be unpredictable in my choices, because that's fun for me. And hopefully that will be fun for people watching it.
Anybody who started out in TV didn't get the same opportunities as the
Ah,
actors. Now that is changing, and we have some wonderful actors who are working across mediums. So, how do you feel about that change since you've been through it?
that's a really, really good point, that observation, because you're totally right. When I started out, it just became like a very big deal that, oh my God, this girl is doing a movie, and she's doing this wonderful project with Excel Entertainment with Farhan Akhtar, and that's a big deal. But why did they think of taking like a 17-year-old out of TV? All of that. But I think that's the beauty of the conviction of these filmmakers, be it Abhishek Kapoor, be it Farhan Akhtar, be it Ritesh Sidwani. It's commendable that they, saw beyond just somebody's work criteria at that given point. They thought that I fit the bill and I fit the role absolutely right, and which is why I got that opportunity. But I love the fact that that started opening doors for other people as well in those given years. Not to a large extent, but whatever, wherever that started, I think it was a good start, because after that I saw some wonderful wonderful people, be it Ayushman, be it Yami, be it Sushant, and so many people, they all got amazing opportunities. So it felt really really nice, and all the credit, I guess, goes to Gatu, Abhishek Kapoor, to Farhan, to Ritesh, because before the time that all of us started out, the only people that we could, I guess, think of, or give you an example about, would be maybe Vidya Balan and Shah Rukh Khan, and just such limited names. But today you can really there is no end to that list, and it's amazing.
And you all also known to be a private person. We don't really see you at every party, hanging out everywhere. So is that how the real Prachi is?
I don't know how to put this. It's not like I like to hide or anything. I don't know why it gets into this reclusive zone, really. But I just love my work, and I'm just not someone who's really out there. I know that if I go to a party, I'm going to have a good time and I'm really going to enjoy myself. But it's just inherently not me to be someone who's just really out there. I'm going to have to try and work at it one step at a time. Maybe the right way to do it would be just to do many, many more projects within the year, so that by default, I'm just gonna be here and be able to interact with that many more people.
And you've also had your Telugu film with Naga Chaitanya, like you mentioned. So, do we see you experimenting with more languages also?
That's a very interesting zone. To be honest, I don't know why I did not take the plunge as yet, but better late than never, I guess. I guess learning never stops for us as actors, and this is my first Telugu project. It's For me, I think it was more scary imagining, mouthing those lines than playing Ranjana in Forensic was. But they just made it such a beautiful experience for me. Um, it was a great learning because everybody has such a different process and such a different method to do this, because everybody who we know, probably who doesn't know Telugu, or has gone and done films there, they will all tell you different ways in which they prepare for it. So it's really about you finding your comfort zone, and finding what works for you. I'd say that all in all, it was such a good experience that I'm definitely open to doing a lot more there.
And lastly, we can't, not ask you about your co-star, since he's also one of the hugest stars in Telugu. So, how was the experience working with him, with Naga Chaitanya?
Beyond wonderful working with him. I think he's one of the most humble stars I've ever met in my life. Just a very genuine person, and incredibly patient. Just a very, very nice person, and extremely well mannered. I think that really says a lot about a person. And for me to have him as my first co-star in Telugu, I think it was quite a big blessing for sure. A very, very supportive co-actor, because I guess if you know the language so well, but the person in front of you, who you're working with, they don't understand a thing. Uh, it's not like it's his responsibility at all, but I guess as someone who's like a team player, uh, he really he really was very supportive. So if I didn't understand anything, I remember this one time we were shooting a really long scene, and I do know what the meaning of that particular scene is, and I've done all of my homework and all of that. But when it's going in a flow, and it's a lot of dialogues, like pages and pages of dialogues, you will not understand particularly which line means what. You just know the larger picture, but you won't know every single word that he's saying. So I remember this one time, when it was my close up, my OTS, he actually said the whole dialogue to me in English, and I could just react to that so well, to my best ability, versus him saying the dialogue in a language that I didn't know. Then I don't really know what I would be reacting to, because it would just be a very rehearsed action. Um, I think that's the kind of person he is. So it was great working with him for sure.
All right. Thank you so much for doing this, and best of luck for all your projects.
Thank you, Natasha. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.